to recognizing outstanding grassroots climate actions that center on women's leadership and gender equality. Before continuing with this celebration, we want to thank the WEGC members, FAUCO, and All Indian Women's Conference who co-organized this event. And we invite All Indian Women's Conference to give some words.
A round of applause maybe for the All India Women's Conference.
Good morning to everyone. A great pleasure to be here and to be with all of you on this very important awards. Let me acknowledge the presence of our member Usha Nair, who is the person who initiated this on behalf of the All India Women's Conference, which is a body of 500 branches all over India. Historic because we are now 97 years old, fighting for women's rights. And we have a proverbial membership of 100,000 women all over India. We also have a consultative status with the ECOSOC, and we try to make our presence felt everywhere. I'm here on behalf of our president, Kalyani Raj, who will come a few days later. And let me just say we are very honored to be participating and also promoting this event. Thank you. Woo!
Thank you so much, Secretary General, for those opening remarks. Very grateful to you and your network's work, particularly at this critical nexus. So we are aware that solutions for a more sustainable future already exists. They want to go on and on about how this work that we believe in is just not tenable, but we know the truth. And the truth is that these solutions exist. And on an occasion like this every year, we amplify and promote them as not only evidence that they do exist, but also as evidence that an alternative future is definitely possible. So it is time to upscale far and wide and demand transformative change. Now, the Women and Gender Constituency, the WGC, alongside Women Engage for a Common Future, has been actively urging global leaders to ensure just and equitable climate policies. Policies that prioritize, respect, and promote people's rights and the preservation of our planet's integrity. This advocacy responds to injustices both among and within nations, but specifically with regards to addressing climate impacts and climate resilience. So while concentrating on the implementation of the Paris Agreement, the Gender Just Climate Solutions offer tangible illustrations of how to place gender equality and women's rights at the core of climate action. By securing genuine commitments from governments, such as financial support, technological advancements, we can indeed expand these inclusive solutions. This expansion, however, not only creates substantial impacts locally, but also on a global scale. So the other rumor that's totally not true, and that these awardees evidence, is that these solutions are too small and therefore can't be scaled. We are saying, show us the money and we will show you just how false that scenario that they want us to believe is. And so as the WGC, for those who may not know, one of the UNFCCC's 9 official observers representing the nexus of gender, justice, and climate action, our work together with our partners and amazing advocacy network centers around promoting human rights and gender equality and the full and effective participation of women and gender diverse persons at all levels of decision making. All levels of decision making. That deserves a round of applause. I agree. As well as, of course, through our fantastic, tireless, group that follows negotiations, ensuring that all texts and decisions are gender responsive and ensure that decisions around climate change are advanced. Finally, the Women and Gender constituency amplifies the voices of women and gender diverse people to raise their concerns about climate, environmental, social, and gender justice, advocating priority actions. And so, the solutions you are going to know today are an example of the different transformative ways civil society and grassroots organizations work for gender equality, women's rights, particularly at the climate and gender nexus.
So the Gender Just Climate Solutions program started in 2015. And every year we are proud to see how the network to award winners grows. Most of all are present here today. And how they scale their initiatives and strengthen their advocacy capacities. This year we received 973 registrations from 90 countries. Previous initiatives recognized have included women-owned and operated energy cooperatives in Germany, female entrepreneurial energy shop initiatives in Mozambique, and human rights-based relocation planning in the Carter Island. The juries, who are representatives from some of the members of the WEGC, weighed the initiative against a feminist criterion aimed at measuring contributions to gender equality, resilience, and sustainability. The solutions recognized during this ceremony have proved that promote equal access to benefits for women, men, gender nonconforming, and youth. They prove that they can alleviate or doesn't add additional burden to women's workload and promote women's democratic rights and participation by ensuring decision-making by local women, men, women's groups, cooperatives, and communities. These climate solutions are locally led and contribute to climate change mitigation, emissions reduction, and/or adaptation. They have shown that they can be spread and scaled up because of their interlinkage with cross-cutting issues such as peace building, natural resources management, or food security. So, each story shared today encapsulates the power of determination, collaboration, and the unwavering commitment to making a meaningful difference in the lives of many women. So let us embark on this journey together, and acknowledging the vital role of gender equality in shaping a more sustainable and just future for generations to come. Thank you all for being part of this incredible celebration. Let's honor, recognize, and applaud those who are leading the way to a more gender and climate just world.
All right, so as we can see, most of us are wearing orange, right? Yay! And so what advocacy are we uplifting? Ending fossil fuels fast, fair, feminist, forever. Ending fossil fuels fast, fair, feminist, forever. And so these solutions are examples that take us closer to saying, keep the oil in the soil, stop drilling, and invest in gender-just climate action. I've totally lost my script with my colleague. However, I do believe...
No. You can say that's mine.
I am going to go ahead and... Yes, this program is possible thanks to our great supporting partners, among which is the Climate Technology Center Network, also known more commonly as the CTCN, always a tongue twister. So thank you so much, the CTCN, for your support throughout the years of these awards. And right now, we would like to invite Mr. Fred Onduri, the Vice Chair of the Advisory Board of the UN Center for Climate Technology Network, tongue twister CTCN, to the podium to give some words on behalf of the CTN before we proceed with the award ceremony. Thank you so much, sir. Yes, that's the energy. That's the energy.
Good morning. Onduri Achulo Fred, as has been said, from Uganda. I'm a technology negotiator in the UNFCCC process. I lead negotiations on behalf of LDCs. I'm a vice chair of the Climate Technology Center and Network, which is based in Copenhagen. And as a vice chair, I represent the interests of all developing countries, not only LDCs. So it is my pleasure, therefore, to be invited and to associate with you today. Allow me to start by thanking the women engaged for Common Future and Women and Gender Constituency for inviting and having me here today to speak on behalf of the CTCN. I can say greetings from CTCN. I left the members busy with the negotiations, and they send you their greetings. And CTCN is very responsive to the gender issues. We accommodate gender, especially we support women to develop and to participate in the CTCN. A very warm welcome today to Gender Just Climate Solutions Award participants, attendees and winners. It gives me great pleasure to be here with an inspiring lineup of leaders to speak about gender equality and climate technology and solutions. Really, I saw it all, from the voice, from the volume, the excitement that speaks to it. Women are disproportionately affected by the impacts of climate change due to gender inequalities and social and cultural norms which affect access to and control over resources, including technology, institutional structures, finance, social, cultural, and formal networks, and decision-making processes. Today marks a pivotal moment in our collective fight against climate change as three representatives from the 2023 award-winning organizations accept the Gender Justice Climate Solutions Award. Established in 2015, the Gender Justice Climate Solutions Award acknowledges the indispensable contributions of women in combating climate change. These solutions not only bolster the resilience of communities and territories, but also pave the way for a just and inclusive implementation of the Paris Agreement, aligned with the collective commitment to limiting global warming to 1.5 degrees centigrade above the pre-industrial era. In collaboration with the Climate Technology Center Network, the Women Engaged for a Common Future has been championing the Gender Just Climate Solutions Award since 2017 at the annual COP events. This initiative unites environmental champions worldwide committed to addressing climate crisis through the lens of gender equality and women's rights. In the era of climate innovation, the Gender Just Climate Solutions Award Network stands as a beacon of inspiration. These dynamic achievements not only resonate with its success, but also serve as guiding force shaping the citizen advocacy for gender-responsive technology transfer and development, forging a path towards more inclusive and sustainable future. Gender is an integral part of the CTCN work. At its 22nd Advocacy Board meeting, Advisory Board meeting, the Climate Technology Center Network achieved a significant milestone with the endorsement of the revised CTCN Gender Policy and Action Plan. This strategic move underscores the Secretariat's commitment to advancing gender equality within the area of climate technology. If I were you, I could have clapped. Having women and girls in climate technology is a game changer, as women who in many places have ownership over natural resources develop and offer different solutions more inclusive and more sustainable. We already see the benefits, and today's ceremony is a proof of that. Just imagine only this year, almost 1,000 registrations were received by the WECF, illustrating and recognizing women's climate solutions on the ground. On a similar note, allow me to share the exciting news. As CTCN and TEC have just launched the Technology Mechanism Gender and Climate Technology Expert Roster that will serve as a global database on professionals, grassroots experts, and indigenous people with ancestral knowledge recognized as climate expertise from around the world in two very significant topics: gender equality and technology. This database is hosted in the CTCN website, and everyone can access to find a gender climate expert to join the study or speak at different events, raising awareness on this topic. Looking ahead, we are eager to see the result of the work done and achieve even more together as we collectively strive for a future where gender equality and climate technology intertwine to create lasting and impactful solutions. Thank you for your attention and commitment to advocate to advancing gender equality in climate technology. Thank you so much.
Can we give Fred a loud, resounding applause? Exactly. Your enthusiasm, I love that. That's some morning caucus energy right there. Your enthusiasm, Fred, is always so inspiring and exactly what an occasion like this deserves. I don't know if we are all aware, but I need much more celebratory, uplifting energy. We are awarding frontline activists, innovators, who have gone through quite a thorough process by the adjudication team to have narrowed them down to 3 winners who are demonstrating and leading the way in gender-just climate action. Can we give that a round of applause? Like some of the award winners of 2023 and the years past, and of course all 93 of those who have applied, that we are able to advocate and push in our report, push in these negotiation rooms, push in the streets and everywhere else, that a life that is not dependent and sustained by extractive capitalist logic is possible. These award winners and folks like them demonstrate through their innovation and leadership every single day, even when the world is not watching, even when the resources are scarce, that we can live life and build sustainable economies, not dependent on extractive economies, not dependent on negating and erasing women and gender-expansive persons' contributions, but centering care work and burdening women's labor and all the other juicy requirements that they had to live up to. And I think that deserves a round of applause. We do have an incredible report that we will be handing out at the end that showcases some of this work. So do stay tuned for that. In the meantime, Twitter, Instagram, tweet about this. Let's make some noise. It is Ending Fossil Fuel Day. Hashtag Gender Just Climate Solutions. Let's keep the conversation going. And I'd like to hand over to my colleague Valeria to start the award ceremony.
That's the spirit that we want today, so thank you so much. We are going to start with the first category, and this is the technical category. So this category has had wonderful initiatives, such as Women's Solar Cooperatives for a Sustainable Local Economy in Morocco, cookstoves with clay construction techniques using local materials in Cameroon, or rainwater management technology developed locally and widely disseminated by a social enterprise to save farmers' crops from flooding during monsoons. So, to present the 2023 award winner, please welcome Secretary of State of the German Federal Ministry of International Cooperation, Mr. Jochen Flasbarth. A round of applause, please.
Good morning, everybody. So, if you want to know why women's voices are needed for climate solution, just come to this room. Spirit here so differently from other rooms we are experiencing. So the enthusiasm, the energy, the fun to celebrate, to make big people bigger and showcase how solutions can look like. We in Germany since 2 years are following feminist development policy. And I heard a lot about women's rights, and rightly so. It's about women's rights. We are speaking about the 3 R's: rights, resources, and representation. All this is needed. But the logic behind it is much more than protecting women and giving them their rights. That is more or less the basics fundament. The logic behind it is that we strongly believe that societies with strong women and girls are stronger societies, are better societies, and they are more resilient. And resilience is needed in times of transformation, in times of climate crisis, biodiversity crisis, land crisis, you name it. It goes also beyond women and girls. We are speaking about diverse societies, giving everybody a right, giving everybody the possibility to engage in societies. This includes LGBTQI people, this includes other marginalized people, and the logic is always the same. The more diverse a society is, the better it is, the wider the range of solution is. And this award, I know it is not spread it, but I have it, represents many different areas, 3 different areas of solution. Reflects different areas of solutions for the climate crisis. It's about transformation, it's about societal solutions, and it is about technical solutions. And that is where we are here now. And I think it's usually seen as a male domain. Fred is captured in a conversation, but I think Fred, hello. Fred knows better than me that a male solution for technical solution for the climate crisis are not wrong. Why should they? I mean, there are many, many glorious ideas that were provided by men. But that is what I was speaking about. There are different perspectives on it, and women have a different perspective on how also to address technical solutions. And that is why we at BMZ, the Ministry for Economic Cooperation and Development, are closely working with local women's rights, human rights, and grassroots organizations. They have extensive knowledge and experience in dealing with local challenges and opportunities. This is crucial for the transformation. This award ceremony demonstrates that solution to the climate crisis already exists, manifold. More than 700 have been provided, but we need to make them more visible, and that is what you are doing so brilliantly here. And it is now, therefore, my great honor and pride that I present the award in the category Technical Solutions to Miss Jo Ashbridge and Mr. Apu Roy.
Thank you so much. First, we are going to project a short video about the initiative, and then we can hear about the new awardees. And the sound? The sound?
জন্যে সবাই হরে সচেতন জলবায়ু পরিবর্তনে উষ্ণতা বৃদ্ধির কারণে খরা বন্যা নদী ভাঙন বেঁচে থাকার জন্যে সবাই হরে সচেতন
কীভাবে পরিবেশ বান্ধব ঘর তৈরি করতে হয় প্রশিক্ষণ নেওয়ার জন্য আসছি। এখানে এসে আমি শিখলাম কীভাবে বাস ট্রিটমেন্ট করতে হয়, কীভাবে কাতলা তৈরি করতে হয়, কীভাবে মাটির ব্লক তৈরি করতে হয়, কীভাবে ঘরে ক্রোচিং তৈরি করতে হয় এবং ক্রোচিং দিলে ঘর কীভাবে মজবুত হয় সেটা জানতাম। এই মনের আনন্দ করে শিখলাম।
করি তৈরি যার যা প্রয়োজন বাস্তবে শিখিয়া সবাই বুঝিলাম এখন নিজের বাড়ি করি তৈরি যার যা প্রয়োজন বেড়া খুঁটি চাটি মাটি কাতলা কুচিং দিয়া নিজের ঘর বানাবো নিজে সুন্দর করিয়া বাস্তবে শিখিয়া সবাই যার যা নিজের বাড়ি করি তৈরি যার যা প্রয়োজন মনের মতো ঘর বানাইয়া থাকবো জীবন ভর আসুক যতই বন্যা বাদল কাল বৈশাখী ঝড় বাস্তবে শিখিয়া সবাই বুঝিলাম এখন নিজের বাড়ি করি তৈরি যার যা প্রয়োজন বাস্তবে শিখিয়া সবাই বুঝিলাম এখন নিজের বাড়ি করি তৈরি যার যা প্রয়োজন।
So now what we saw here is a project that works with locally available resources. It's addressing adaptation, as we saw, but at the same time it also addresses mitigation because using locally available materials, it is much more climate friendly than importing them from elsewhere. I think it addresses so many levels, but for me the most relevant one is if you look into the faces, they are so proud, they have so much fun. Congratulations. A hand of applause to the winners. Ms. Joe Ashbridge and Mr. Apu Roy from Azuko.
Power to the winners, cause the winners got the power. Tell me, can you feel it? Getting stronger every hour. Power to the winners. Okay, maybe we go after me. Power to the winners. Cause the winners got the power. I said, tell me, can you feel it? Getting stronger every hour. Come on, power! Winners! Round of applause once again for our wonderful winners in the first category. You make us all so proud.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, winners! Hi, winners!
It's exciting us again more to work more. And first of all, I just lost myself in here because I need to introduce myself. So I'm Opu Rai from Bangladesh, and I run Nirapod Bangladesh. I run Nirapod Bangladesh সংস্থা, and I work in Bangladesh from 2010, and we work mostly with the community and community women. So in the community, we do lots of work, mostly the housing work we also do there. And it's kind of the work we're trying to lead the women in front of us and to lead the housing work and the development work with their families. And it's very difficult in Bangladesh because of when it's men-led country in Bangladesh. So where we're trying to involve the women to design their house, to involve in their housing incomes, to help in their family. So after all, it's a great honor for us that it's inspire us that to work more and do more for the women. And it's a really big platform for us that since we started the work in here in Bangladesh. And we would like to work more as we have already lots of connection in Bangladesh in the community level. And also we have lots of women in our community, more than 300 women we have a network. They would like to do lots of leading work, not only housing. So also they would like to do on other work. So they are so excited about the award, and they're watching it, I think, and they're still messaging me. They got chance to work in front of the family, in front of their the family member. They would like to do lots of their they're dreaming lots, and they would like to implement those. So we are trying to help them to implement their thing. And yeah, would you like to add more?
There's not much more I can say because Apu said it so brilliantly. I run the architecture charity Azuko, like Nirapod Bangladesh Songsa. We are tiny. Apu and I are much more comfortable on a construction site, covered in mud, building with bamboo, than we are on a global stage like this. But thank you so much for the opportunity. We are also incredibly proud to be a part of this women's network and to learn from all the past and present and future awardees. But just to finish off, we accept this award on behalf of all these women that you've seen today, and we are going back to the village after COP, and we'll be holding a hell of a party. So thanks so much.
Thank you. Power to the winners.
Power to the winners.
Cause the winners got the power.
The winners have the power.
Tell me, can you feel it?
Tell me, can you feel it?
Getting stronger every hour.
Getting stronger every hour.
Power!
Power!
Winners!
Winners!
Give it up one last time for our awardees in this fabulous category. Congratulations. Hello? All right. Hello? Can you hear me? I don't know. Congratulations once again. You make us all proud and really affirm our visions for an alternative, gender-just, fossil fuel-free future. I am honored to open the next category, which has had wonderful awardees such as Todos Juntos, which is a solution that empowers indigenous women in Guatemala for climate-resilient food sovereignty. So really, things that we deal with every single day and then fight for even in these rooms. The Green Living Movement is another example, and that one promotes exemplary climate resilience in rural areas like Zambia by implementing gender-responsive agroecological systems. What about Yakum Emergency Unit that empowers grassroots women in Central Java to adapt to the threats of landslide and water scarcity caused by deforestation? These are just some of the many categories of winners in the second category, non-technical. Without any further ado, to hear more about the fabulous work of this year's winners, please help me welcome once again our friend and colleague, Mr. Fred Onduri, who is going to present this non-technical award for 2023. Mr. Fred.
Yeah, I wish I had the energy
You do.
of the women in this room. You have a lot of energy. It is tremendous. Thank you very much. And I wouldn't like to be selfish. I want to tell you some story by introducing the people who have really put gender at the forefront in the Climate Technology Center and Network. I would like to request Mr. Omedi from Kenya. He was the chair. He was the chair of the CTCN advisory board when we ensured that there was gender representation in the board, and that is when it was passed. I wish, Mr. Omedi, can you stand up? During the chairman, during his chairmanship, we integrated and included gender representation in the advisory board. And in relation to that, I would like also to appreciate the efforts by Anne Barre, who is also here with you. She's a member of the advisory board, but to tell you an open secret is that she pushed very hard for us to revise the CTCN gender policy to include emerging issues and the actual issues affecting women and climate change. So
Thank you very much. I was with you last year.
Yes.
Do you remember?
Yes.
And it was very colorful. Today it's a bit dark, but the sound makes it colorful still. We want to encourage you, and I want to congratulate all of you this is not just an award, and I know how difficult it is to get an award, but it is a global award. Congratulations.
Absolutely.
And thank you, sir.
So I think you can see that you are not alone. You have support, especially from the men folk.
Yeah.
And we move with you wherever we go. I work with the Ministry of Gender in Uganda, and they have been supporting with gender policy, women policy. So I'm not here by accident. I am a lover and a supporter of the women cause. Now, I appreciate being accorded this opportunity to announce the award winners. And I don't know how you people take award winners. The applause, to me, is not really enough. And even the award winners should also rejoice, and in their traditional way, they show us how they celebrate traditionally. Now, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to start by thanking the women engaged for Common Future Women and Gender Constituency for inviting and having me here to speak on behalf of the climate. Sorry, I think this is a... Sorry, you can keep singing.
So how do we start? When I say what do we want, we say gender just climate action while we sort out a little small issue. What do we want? The people that are watching this live stream do not believe you. What do we want?
Gender justice.
What do we want? Gender just climate action. When do we want it? When do we want it? Thank you. Just to appreciate Mr. Fred, we have a colleague, a minister who was not able to attend. So Fred is stepping in as per usual to help us keep this moving and honor and uplift our wonderful winners in this particular category. So if you hear him say he is from somewhere and you know he's not, let's keep it moving. Let's pretend. Let's keep it moving. Thank you so much, Fred.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. And now I think I'm set to do what I'm supposed to do. And really, as I said earlier, to receive an award is a recognition of a positive and important role. And in relation to that, therefore, now I feel honored and excited to announce the winner of the Non-Technical Solutions Award. But before, we'll have to take time to watch a video before you get excited about that. So let's have that video.
Majina naitwa Naya Mbuklaka na hapa mahali mko ni Parliament ambaye ni organization ya walianzisha mwaka wa 2005. Kitu ambayo kitufanya tukaweza kukuja pamoja na kuanzisha hii kikundi ama hii organization ni mambo ya mabadiliko tabia nchi ambayo ilitusukuma sana, na tukaona ya kwamba wasichana na wamama ndio wanaathirika zaidi, na tuliona ni vizuri tukikaa pamoja ili tuweze kusikika, tuweze kufanya mambo pamoja na hata tuweze kusaidiana moja kwa moja ili tuone kama shida yetu itaenda chini. Na hata pia kwa Mau Forest ambayo watu wetu hapa wanategemea sana, hawa wamama ambayo tuliungana pamoja wa magikundi 64 wakiwa na 3 nurseries wote na tuweze kupanda, itatusaidia kwa sababu zamani sana kwa hizo mamiaka tulikuwa tunachota maji chafu na watoto sana, na hata hapa hatukuwa na miti hata moja. Ulikuwa unaonyeshwa tu boma ya mtu na unaona tu ikiwa hakuna chochote, hakuna miti.
Yeah, exactly.
Without wasting much time, I know the award winners are honored for doing something that can cause transformational change in the communities. And I would like them to tell you themselves later on after receiving the award. They'll be given the opportunity 1 minute, 2 minutes to say what they have done to deserve this. And it will be an example for you also when you go back. What can you do to come back and showcase why you are relevant in supporting the gender participation in climate change? So, please, I request you, and sometimes I ask if it is necessary with this excitement, let us give a round of applause to Ms. Nayan Kiplagat from the Paran Women Group. Please take this in recognition of your involvement and achievement. And also don't stop there. Try to replicate it, share the knowledge and skills with other people in the communities, not only in your country, but go across the borders.
Yes, thank you.
And I congratulate you, and please achieve the award. So can you at least also recognize me as the one who was given the award?
Power to the winner. Power to the winner. 'Cause the winner's got the power. The winner's got the power. Tell me, can you feel it? Tell me, can you feel it? Getting stronger every hour. Getting stronger every hour. Power to the winners. Power to the winners. 'Cause the winner's got the power. The winner's got the power. Oh, tell me, can you feel it? Tell me, can you feel it? Getting stronger every hour. Getting stronger every hour. Climate! Justice. Gender! Justice. Climate! Justice. Gender! Justice. One more big round for our winner!
Thank you very much. I'm very excited about this day. I'm very excited about the award. I am very excited about the recognition of Indigenous women, grassroots at the grassroots. I want to recognize the presence of everyone who is represented here. I say thank you. And my name is Nayan. I come from Kenya, Africa region, and a grassroots organization called the Paran Women Group. Paran Women Group is an organization which actually started in the year 2005, and it's an umbrella of 64 women groups who have come together to address challenges around gender equality and climate change. we advocate for gender equality with a passion of conservation and restoration. And why are we doing this is because we are the women, indigenous women, who were in fact impacted negatively with climate change. And we saw that it is good for us to come together so that we exchange our knowledges, we come together, we talk to each other, and we to have strength to work together. This climate change brought a lot of challenges to indigenous women and indigenous peoples in local communities. Not only that, but because our land, which we depend on, is degraded. We are also discriminated because we are indigenous peoples. And we experienced so many things which bring a lot of dangers to our lives, like conflicts, because of lack of resources, lack of enough resources. And you find that we are indigenous peoples, but we are facing so many challenges. And what we did to this, because indigenous people, indigenous women, we are very resilient. And this award is out of the resilience that we have as indigenous women. It's not only that we take it for granted, but we know that it has come out of resilience that we are having as indigenous women. And this resilience is because all indigenous women in the world their way to go is only, they use traditional knowledge, innovation, and collectiveness, that they work together, they solve challenges by themselves, and they move, and they have to move because they are the ones who are always taking care of their homes. They are the first caretakers of their mother earth. Now that we have this award, it's only that we are not taking for granted because we know that our visibility now will increase. It strengthens our leadership. And not only that, I also want to recognize the Women Gender Constituency for recognizing us in this award because it means a lot to us. I also want to recognize our funders who have been strengthening us, like the International Indigenous Women's Forum, the UNDP, among others, because those are the steps that we have been passing. Those are the people who have been doing work with us. We have been going together, we have been passing together through this resilience. And when I talk about resilience, we all know that all of us cannot do without food. And because of this, we had to innovate a lot of things around how we are going to make sure that our indigenous women have enough food to use in their families. And with this, therefore, we had to, because we don't have technology, and this is one of the needs that we are requesting as indigenous women. We request the funds because of education for our indigenous women to actually know what climate change is and how they are going to adapt and mitigate to these challenges. And because of food, us as Paran Women Group, we saw that it is one of the solution to climate change if our women are going to have sufficient food. And this is where we had to do things around conservation agriculture to make sure that our women have food. And through this, the food that we recommend to them is the indigenous food that people used a long time ago, and these indigenous food must be resilient to the climate of these days. Because these days, the climate is not just like the same, but we advise them to actually plant short season crops so that they can continue with their livelihoods. So for today, I think I am very happy. Those are the activities we are doing. And also, we are doing restoration and conservation. This is because of climate change. Thank you.
I am very happy to, Nayan, to experience this amazing celebration today with all the awardees. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, super. So we are going with our last category. This is the transformational category. In this category, we had an amazing solution such as Endagraph Sahel that supports women fishers in the Salum Delta to rehabilitate the mangrove ecosystem degraded by intensive industrial fishing and climate change. We also have Ciflet that has reached a milestone in granting women access to land through the adoption of groundbreaking new land and forest legislation in 8 provinces of the Democratic Republic of Congo. For this award, please welcome the Minister of Environment of Chile, Maisa Rojas Corradi, to present this award.
Hello, it's really a great pleasure to be here, and before I announce the awardees, let me share some very brief thoughts on this program, Gender-Adjusted Climate Solution, of what we're doing in Chile, but also how this has to get into where the real things are happening. Because I'm sorry to say, but there's a group of people there and countries who really need to make bold decisions at this COP in particular. Chile has a climate change law since last year, and we include in that law the 2 objectives. Chile commits to be carbon neutral at the latest by 2050, to do our part for mitigating climate change, to addressing the causes of climate change, but we also commit to be resilient to that world, and hence to adapt to the consequences of what we're living on climate change. Absolutely. The law has some principles, and gender equality is one of them. So every strategy, every measure that we take has to be climate, has to incorporate. You don't hear me? Yes. Okay. A gender perspective. And not only a gender perspective, vulnerable groups and communities perspective as well, because we don't want just to limit warming and hence phase down fossil fuels. This has to be done in a just way, because otherwise we're not going to have the transformational changes that we need. And for that, we really, really need this year to get a global goal in adaptation that the whole world, not just the vulnerable countries, not just developing countries, can stand behind. We need developed countries to really think about this, because when they say that adaptation is context, it's local, every country knows what they have to do, that just means that we are not, as a whole world, going to get behind this. So I really encourage you to help us to also get in the negotiating rooms a goal that we can all stand behind, so to bring it at the same level as mitigation. And for that, because we know that climate change in some cases is already taking us to not just incremental changes, but to the need of transformational changes. I'm really happy to announce, and honored to announce the award winning of this category. This is a real gender transformative initiative, and it addresses the human rights of women and gender diverse persons in the response to climate disaster. It focuses especially on strengthening sexual and reproductive health and rights, which are often overseen in climate catastrophes. Pakistan has been struck with disastrous floods and droughts in recent years, especially last year we all saw that, right? Affecting hundreds and thousands of people, especially women and underserved groups, whose specific needs in accessing pre- and postnatal services, but also menstrual hygiene products are often overseen or denied. Additional, their protection from exacerbated gender-biased violence are barely ensured. Focusing on gender justice and the intersectional approaches, two feminist civil society organizations have joined forces to develop a strategy and comprehensive framework tool that provide concrete guidelines for gender equitable climate crisis response. This tool entails specific recommendations on how to meet the gender-specific needs of women and girls, prioritize their health, well-being, and safety. For example, ensuring free access to wash facilities, menstrual health products, and services, but also addressing violence or including a woman in decision-making process. So, without further ado, I would like that you give a round of applause to Ms. Nida Amjad from Dastak Foundation and Ms. Ayesha Amin from Baitak.
Cause the winners got the power. Tell me, can you feel it? Tell me, can you feel it? Getting stronger every hour. Power to the winners. Cause the winners got the power. Tell me, can you feel it? Getting stronger by the hour. And then we give them the floor. Woo! Thank you, Minister.
Hello everyone, it's truly an honor to be here and to be recognized for the work that we do with girls and women in grassroots communities in Pakistan. We would first start by thanking those communities for trusting us and to our team members back home who equally contribute to this work. The work that we do with girls and women, these are the communities that are the most vulnerable to and most affected by climate change and climate crisis. And it's no longer new news that these are the most underrepresented in policy rooms and in meeting rooms where discussions and decisions about their lives are made without them. So through our work, we try to ensure that these girls and women feel heard, that their lived realities, their needs and challenges are prioritized in policy-making spaces. And we know that this is the work that we cannot do alone. So we invite you to become part of this work. we have developed a toolkit called the JICA Toolkit, which is the Gender Inclusive Climate Action Toolkit, through this extensive work that we have been doing in Pakistan. And we aim to do the global launch of this toolkit during the 68th Commission of Status of Women in March next year. And so we invite you to come and partner with us, help us get access to resources like technical expertise, funding and mentoring, so that we can collectively hold the decision makers accountable to ensure that the climate action is gender inclusive and responsive. We also want to take this space and share that as two young feminist activists from Global South, how shattered and helpless we have felt over the past 2 months, seeing our sisters in Gaza struggling and being forced to give birth amid the rubble, being forced to take contraceptives to delay their periods because they don't have access to menstrual products and wash facilities, being forced to miscarry their unborn children and lose their newborn children because of the constant airstrikes. Seeing them being at an increased rate of sexually transmitted infections due to the unsanitary conditions in overcrowded shelters has broken our heart. And the world that we imagine, the just world, the climate justice and gender justice we imagine, will not be possible until every individual in this world has the basic human right to live. And we hope that today, as we stand united for climate action, we also find the courage to stand united for our sisters, for girls and women in Gaza, for children in Gaza, and for men in Gaza. Thank you so much for recognizing our work in activism.
My name is Hiramjad, and this is an extremely overwhelming space for an autistic person like me, but please bear with me while I take a few minutes to share a few thoughts with you. So, conflict, war, crisis have a woman's face. Women experience humanitarian crises and disasters from a very disproportionate lens. They experience exacerbated cases of violence as well, but their experiences are rarely ever part of the negotiating tables. They are rarely ever given the platform to come forward, to share their experiences, to talk about. Aisha and I, while we are standing here receiving this award from you, Minister, thank you so much for the honor. We are not just receiving it for ourselves. There are women who have come to us and have told us that because of the climate crisis, they are experiencing irregular menstruation. Because of the stress, their menstrual cycle has disturbed in a way that they aren't even able to make sense of it themselves. They're experiencing miscarriages. They are not able to comprehend what's happening to them. And that's where we come in. That's where interventions like ours come in, where we can be the hope that they need in order to support them through this recognition and the work that we are doing at the grassroots level. We ask ourselves every day how we are breaking the power structures, how we are dismantling patriarchy, and how we are ensuring a climate equitable response, not just in Pakistan, but globally as well with your support and help. So thank you so much once again for this honor. And we would love to have you join forces with us next year when we launch the toolkit globally in New York during the CSW 68. Once again, thank you so much. Yeah.
Power to the winners. Cause the winners got the power. Come on, tell me, can you feel it? Tell me, can you feel it? Getting stronger by the hour. Stronger by the hour. Woo!
We are coming to the end, but first, I want to present you the 2023 version of our Gender Just Climate Solutions publication. Yes. So, These awarded solutions, over a dozen additional honorees and initiatives from women and gender constituency members are featured in the official publication of the Gender Just Climate Solutions. The printer version can be claimed after finishing the event and is available in English, French, and Arabic. The Spanish version is available on the WGC and the WECF website. Before closing it and call for our group photo, because that's really nice and we need a photo to celebrate this and to finish the day or finish the celebration as it deserves. I want to mention that these climate solutions have like a transformative power and innovative approaches. Gender Just Climate Solutions is more than a award, but rather a mentoring program focused on helping the awardees scale up their initiatives. Each year, the group of awardees takes part in advocacy work to better benefit from climate mechanisms. They meet delegates from their countries, multilateral organizations, and civil society to create partnerships and contribute to climate policies. Additionally, they spend 2 days in a capacity building workshop on topics related to climate finance and technology, advocacy, and communication. Awardees receive year-long support to access additional funding, extend their network, and gain recognition from the local and national authorities. Aiming to support previous recipients and honorees, WEDO, who is a coordinating member of the program, also has a small-scale fund to amplify their work and to help them to scale up their initiatives and gain a broader scope. So we want also to share previous awardees' experiences about how they are scaling up these initiatives. And I'm going to give the floor to my colleague Zukiswa, that is going to present one of our wonderful awardees that is with us today.
Are we feeling super inspired by the amazing work we have witnessed? It's truly wonderful. And I want to thank the awardees and congratulate them once again. This is surely not the first and this is surely not the last global stage on which you will be standing and being congratulated for this incredible work. I'd like to present the Technical Award winner of 2018, Trupti Jain, to just give a few words, and then we will be moving to closure. Stay with us. We have about 14 minutes, and we will ensure that we are on time. We had many more, not many more, we had several more past awardees that had to take the floor, but unfortunately we do not have time. I would like for them to stand up so we can see them, applaud them for their ongoing work over the years in these solutions. Thank you so much. Further evidence that the work does not stop here. These incredible innovators, incredible climate leaders have been continuing with their work over the years and are continuing to advocate for a more resilient and climate just future. Thank you for joining us, and I am sure Tuti will speak on behalf of you all. Thank you so much, Tuti.
Thank you, everyone. First of all, congratulations to this year awardees, and also the congratulations to our previous year's awardees. Every year we are celebrating our award ceremony, so this is just the continuations. Remember, this is not your first year. Every year you will celebrate your award functions, because the WECF is not just like a award giving organizations, or just 1 year. You said I'm still receiving the support from the WECF, so it's a lifelong family relationships, and you will get a more network and the supports over here. With a very warm family you will get over here, with the sincere family. And I have the brothers and sisters after getting this award in 2018. I have the brothers and sisters in the Congo, Uganda, Zimbabwe, Senegal, Pakistan. So it is, you are a part of become this huge family, not WCF, but the WGC is extended over that. The capacity building advocacy works makes my solutions not from the local level, but it's at the global level. I spoke with the help of this SASA and other things at the UN Water Conference, UN General Assemblies, and because that they have prepared me to take these solutions at the global level. Not only that, I got the membership from the CTCN, so it is not limited to the WGC, but associated other networks like CTCN. Also, we got the memberships, and we are receiving the continuous support from them. And beautiful part of this is not limited to that network. Also, the previous staff of the CTCN is also supporting, is like become a part of the UN, other organizations like WEPO, and they are also supporting us. So it is like you are continuous gaining out of it. It's you are accessible to the many fellowships, reference to the many fellowships. I mean, just last night SASA has drafted a letter for me in the midnight. Thank you for that ones. And since last 2 consecutive years in the COP publications, we have our case studies was presented, and with the support of NA motivate us to find the right kind of the facts and figures so that we can, so since last COP 27 and 28, our Bhungru or technology was published in the COP publications. So I mean, this is just, I'm not giving you the full list, but this is just a starting point. So you will also get all the kinds of the supports, knowledge support, moral supports, motivation supports, and of course finance support is there. So thank you very much, and I'm ending these things, and we all are together over here, and we will celebrate this day together right now. So thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Stuti, and for your leadership. I am going to ask that Lillian and Andrea come up for literally 2 minutes each. We have some bit of time so that we can hear from them. Lillian, Andrea, please, you have the podium.
Hello, everybody. So we will be short, like, in Spanish and English. So
queremos hacerlo en español y en inglés para traerles la lengua también de Latinoamérica, pero una de las lenguas de las muchas.
Okay, so it will be short.
Pero vamos a ser muy cortitas. El premio nos ayudó en varias cosas. La principal fue conocernos, estar en esta red y a partir de las redes locales que tenemos poder hacer redes globales. Empezar a pensarnos ya no solas, sino entre muchas. Eso yo creo que es lo que más rompió.
Yeah. She said the principal thing that worked for us is make together, like have a group, be a family, like Trupti said, like have new connection, because we have a local connection, but now we have connection with different parts of the world. We know the reality of the people who is outside, and we have this support that sometimes we don't feel. We feel like we are fighting alone. And be here, see all these people here, make us be strong with the thing that we are doing.
Bien. Y la segunda parte que también queríamos compartir es que podemos pensar una incidencia juntas a nivel regional, porque nos conocimos a través de esta red y estamos pensando cosas que vale la pena hacer juntas que no hubiésemos podido haber pensado si no nos hubiéramos encontrado acá.
Yeah, so we are a group. We are not much Latin American women in this group, but we are trying to put together all the things that, because it's the other reality. The reality that we live is totally different than the African women. So now we are thinking together to be a group, to stay together and be strong every day. So Latin America is a place that we need to put the mirror and say like, okay, we need action. Central America, South America, so we are here. We are here. Thank you.
Gracias.
Thank you so much. One more time for our previous winners once again. I promise we're at the end. So once again, another successful year of being incredibly inspired by the bold and ambitious, innovative work of our awardees, which is effectively leading us into the future. One that is gender transformed, human rights centered, anti-extractivist, anti-capitalist, and climate just. To our awardees, may this be only the beginning, and to all of us celebrating them today, I hope we are all inspired to recommit ourselves to the work that we do, advocating for better and more funding and funding models which are responsive and enable the kind of scaling of these solutions that we need to facilitate the difference that we know they can make. The solutions are happening at the front lines in the global majority, and the awardees of this year and previous years have shown us that. And so for many more like them, which as we have seen through these excellent archival videos, these solutions are characterized by the ways in which they are community-led. I think that is so important. Socially owned, incredibly important, and gender responsive. All three things an antithesis to a world founded on the logic of capital extraction, which is the very reason why we engage spaces like these to solve a problem that this logic continues to facilitate, knowing full well that it is those least responsible that are bearing the brunt, but however, it is them that are at the front line of this change. Congratulations once again to our honorable guests, His Excellency Jochen Flasbarth, Secretary of State of the German Federal Ministry of International Cooperation, Her Excellency Maisa Rojas Corradi, Minister of Environment of Chile, and Mr. Fred Onduri, Vice Chair of the CTUN. We are so very grateful for honoring this auspicious occasion. I would also like to thank all members of our 2023 jury, WGC members, who had the difficult but important work of adjudication. Many thanks to WECF and WEDO for the work done across the year on both these awards, the Scale Fund and advocacy around lifting the visibility of these climate solutions. Thank you so much all. Let's come to the front for a wonderful photo. You have all been great. Big round of applause to the awardees. And to my co-host, Valeria! Can we have the winners and our ministers and Fred in the front? If we can have the picture with the high-level guests first and the awardees before they leave. Right under the... Can the award winners go to the front very, very quickly with your certificates? Award winners.